Hey, what's going on? I want to start by answering some of the questions from Tuesday that people sent in to me by email. That showed at least you were paying attention. That's good. But I'm a little disappointed that I only got 2 questions. But let's turn to those. Joe Hardy says, I thought your most recent lecture was very clear. You're not. Flattery will get you nowhere. But I could use a little clarification on the difference between beliefs and attitudes. How is the origin of beliefs different from the origin of attitudes? I understand that attitudes are a result of friction between beliefs and values, but beliefs and attitudes seem very similar. Okay, well, one of the differences is that attitudes have a positive or negative valence in an attitude, but that doesn't really happen in beliefs. You don't have a positive or negative about a belief. It either is true or it's not true. It either exists or it doesn't exist. Now, an attitude is different because it's based on values, what should be, and beliefs, reality, what is. And if what is close to what should be, then you have a positive attitude. If what is not at all close to what should be, then you have a negative attitude. You also ask about origins. Well, I think the origins are fairly similar. Beliefs, for example, you learn them by experience. You may learn from others, for example, that the Earth goes around the sun, or that the universe is full of dark matter. I mean, you can't really experience that, but you might accept it from other people, and it would be a belief. Attitudes, on the other hand, tend to be a little bit more our own construction, and we take our notion of what is, and we take our notion of what ought to be, and then we decide on an attitude. Clearly, at some point in this, though, our attitudes might be influenced by other people, but they are fairly well our own construction. Catherine asked, you said in your lecture that if beliefs match attitudes, then you have a positive attitude. But what if your values were that you thought abortions were wrong, and there is the belief that abortion should not be allowed? What defines something being a positive attitude? Are attitudes strictly personable, or can someone from the outside define someone's attitude is positive or negative? I hope I made this clear. Anyway, just that I put it out there. Let's just get this straight. Can someone from the outside define whether your attitude is positive or negative? No, you do that. If you think abortion is wrong, then you would say, you would have a negative attitude about people getting abortions. And someone can say, no, that's a positive. No, by positive we mean you like it. And by negative means we don't like it. So I think you need to understand that positive or negative is not, some other. It means like or dislike. Okay? I mean, let's flesh out this notion. This hypothetical person who doesn't like abortion, right? They have a belief that abortions take place in the USA and in their community. Their value is they think abortion is a sin. Therefore, their attitude would reflect that. Now, how do they feel about abortions in the USA? Well, they have a negative attitude about them. They don't think that they should be. What's their attitude about abortion protesters? Well, they probably like them, so they have a positive attitude. How would they feel about doctors who perform abortions? Well, since they think abortions were wrong, they would have a negative attitude. How would they feel about a woman who had an unwanted pregnancy and decided not to have an abortion, but to put the baby up for adoption? They would probably have a positive attitude about that because it avoided abortions. So, yeah, attitudes are our own construction, but there may be some influence of others around you. I mean, how did you decide that of your value about abortion, that abortion is a sin? Well, probably from your religious background, your parents, but at some point you made the decision to internalize that value and establish it that for you, abortion was a sin. It's hard work here in Washington. I'll be back to see you next week. Hang in there. Always, you can call me if you have questions. 802-238-8345. Out.